Hey guys, it's Melissa with Melissa Peterson Designs. Happy Friday and happy Valentine's Day. Kind of got snowed in out here a little bit this week. So I wasn't able to go and get any shopping done yesterday and get some supplies I needed for a certain craft project I wanted to do. So I'm going to paint some books, or repaint some books. Last year I have tons of books, and I don't like the way they look with the covers on them, whatever, so I just wanted to decorate with them. And I actually had a stack of 3 that I'd personalized, and I decided I wanted to go ahead and change it up a little bit. I guess I'm kind of decorating for what I want my house to look like after we paint, because we're planning on painting here after we do Daniela's. So I'm going to go ahead and redo these. I'm going to use my sand block and just kind of lightly stuff over the lettering on there since I've already painted that. And I'm going to use Dixie Belle's Caviar. It's got a little sealer in there. I'm going to put you down here a little bit, so let me know that you're on. And if you have any questions, let me know. And I'm just using a regular paintbrush. I've got 2 of my books already painted, so we don't have to watch paint dry. And I just have this one left to do. And when we get done, I'm going to go ahead and apply some transfers on there to kind of decorate them up. So this is actually the second time I've painted these. Now you can hear it crackling. And I didn't want to ruin these books because I've read these once and I kept them, and I want to read them again down the road when I get a chance. But I want to have them out as a decoration. So there we go. I think I got my brush too dry. Sometimes I'll wet my brush down to help with the paint gliding on my projects. So if you got any special plans this weekend, let me know. I think Meryl and I are going to go out to eat. And just hang out. I have to get groceries tomorrow, so that'll be fun. I'll make it fun because I'll do a little fun shopping with it. So if you're on, let me know. There we go. I'm just repainting some books. I had decorated these last year and personalized them. And I decided to change them up a little bit. I've got 2 of them already painted, so we don't have to watch this paint dry. When we get done with this, I'm going to go ahead and do some transfers on here. I'd used, was it Midnight Floral on Daniela's jewelry box and her storage box, and I'm going to use it again because there's still some left, because I do like the looks of it. So I'll show you here in just a minute. Almost done with this part. And once I get the paint on, I just go back over and just kind of smooth out the lines. And what's nice about this paint is that it has a sealer in it. So technically after 30 days, the paint's sealed, even on the book. But when I went and dusted them, I used a, what's this called, microfiber. I use those type of cloths to dust, and did dry dusting on these. So there we go. Just gotta let that dry. I'm gonna put this over here. I got some paper plates. Okay. Let's see. These 3 books are about the same size. And actually, I think the one I just painted was the one on the bottom. So you see that, and I didn't paint the pages, So I have seen some places where they have. I'm going to experiment with that on a scrapbook, one that I bought like a secondhand store. So yeah, this is Midnight Floral that I'm using. And I've already taken pieces of these off and used them. And I forgot to grab my scissors. Hang on a second. Oh, sorry, Jazz. Oh, Jazz. Poor thing. Okay. I'm probably going to stick with the smaller ones. I don't know. So that's what I'm working with. I'm going to cut the ones I want to use. And I'll show you how I put them on. And these, you can use them on, use the whole thing on a large project, or you can come apart and use them on separate little projects like I've done here on this one. Okay, so I've got this rose I'm going to use. Now I was going to find where I want it at. So, can you see that okay? Let's see here. I'm going to put it like that so it kind of overlaps over the book and onto the binding. So, we'll take the backing off just like that. And these come with a squeegee, but must have put it in the wrong tube. It must be upstairs. So I'm just going to use my finger. Just make sure once you start rubbing, you don't move the whole thing off or you'll lose placement. You can move it a little at a time to see if you got it, and then push it right back down the same spot. Oh, is that? Yeah, that's working. Let me grab that other squeegee. Hang on, babe. This is mine, but these tubes, each one comes with one. I just put it in the wrong container. And you just slowly work it. And like in the crevices there, I'll go back to using my finger. So if I see any areas that are coming up with this plastic topping, I'll push it back down and reapply it. Okay, that part's good. That part's coming up. So you just keep working it. Ooh, did you see that? Whoops. Thankfully the rest of it stayed, so I think I'm okay. Let's see that part. Nope. It's doable, just a little bit more work, I think. That or I've got the wrong stick to use. There we go. Okay, now that's moving around on me, so I gotta be careful. So I'm gonna wrap it around and just keep pushing. Okay, we're almost there. Oh, I got somebody here. I'll be back. Hey guys, take two. Sorry about that. I had somebody come to the door and I knew it was going to be just a little bit more than a few minutes. So I'm going to finish up this book. Thankfully, nothing moved. So I'm going to show you how I'm adding a transfer to a book I just repainted. So here we go. I'm going to push it down here just a little bit. And I also went upstairs real quick and grabbed my stick that normally comes with the transfers. So let's see if I can get this finished without ruining it. I don't think we will, because it's almost all the way on. There we go. So now I'm just going to use my finger and just kind of push it down more. So there's my first one. I'm not sure how I'm going to do the rest. I'm going to keep working on it. But I think this time around I am going to add some wax to these books on the outside, because I like the feel of the wax on chalk paint. It gives it a really buttery feel. There we go. So I'm just pushing down the clear part a little bit so it's better sealed. So that is one of the transfers. Now, of course I can't find my brush I used for my dark wax. And I've got Dixie Belle's Best Dang Wax in black. So I'm just going to use a lint-free cloth, if I can get this open. Okay. Hang on. Let me see if I can do this. Normally, it just comes right off. Didn't even think to test that. Woo. Let me see. That's my only jar of the black. Maybe I'll try white. Hang on a second. I guess we'll go a different route. And I've got my white brush. This is the same stuff I'm using on my dresser that I'm working on. I'm painting it in gray, and then this white brush, this white wax is kind of muting it down a little bit. So just like that, I just dip it in. Guess we're gonna go with a different look. And you just rub it on and just buff it. I usually use this brush to buff it, and then I'll go back and use my cloth to brush it, to buff it. Can't talk. kind of wanted to do the black one there. Okay. Piper. Piper. Sorry about that. Shh. My guard dogs. It's one of those days. It looks like I'm using a lot of wax, but really I'm not. And then I'm just going back over it with a cloth diaper and just kind of buffing it in. And getting a little bit of a workout with my arms. So that is the start of my repainting the books. I'm going to add the transfers, and I'm going to work on the remaining 2 books. I'm going to go ahead and probably do one down here and then redo the wax. I don't know. We'll kind of wait and see how how the other 2 turn out before I decide if I'm going to add more to this one, because I kind of like the looks of that. And then you can always add jute rope around it and kind of tie them together. So when I get done, I'll post a picture so you can see what it looks like. So if you guys have any questions about this, just let me know. I didn't paint the pages. I have seen people do that before. I still would like to be able to use this book, so I'm not going to do that. So hope you guys have a great week. Hope you have a happy Valentine's Day, and I will see you on Monday. Bye guys.